All right, everybody. The Texas Longhorns just won their first SEC home game. Not just home game, SEC game. We are 1.000 win percentage, the only SEC school to have a 100% win percentage in conference games. Now, we'll see how long that lasts. But got my SEC Yeti, have my SEC shirt on. You know, we were ready for the SEC today. It was a nice introductory into the conference. It was a little bit of a battle. Now, was it more that Mississippi State was that good, or was it Texas making errors? I think you already know where I'm going with this. Texas really kind of we won the game. Hey, let's just get that out of the way. We won the game by 22 points. It feels nice to be like to go, man, this game sucked in a 22-point victory. We're at that point now as a program where winning games like this is not the standard. Not even close. We beat ourselves. Like I didn't get to finish saying that right, but we that's the kind of the irony about this whole thing is the team that beat Texas, even though we won, was Texas, and we just playing games like Georgia, even Oklahoma. They're bad, but they're not. They're not that bad. Mississippi State bad. You play games like that, you're gonna lose. So it was kind of good to have this and get it out of the way. Wanted to kind of go over some of the stats here today. But well, and shout out to whoever just subscribed. Thank you very much, right there. Uh, Sorry about that. A little throwing me off. Now, here's the deal. Let me pull up the. Here's the stats. One of the things that you really should be paying attention to doesn't show the first half. Doesn't show the second half. The first half, Mississippi State held the ball for about 21 minutes. Texas 9 minutes. For us to, for the universe, for Texas, for UT to win the game when we're committing, what is that, 8 penalties for 65 yards, felt like a lot more. it felt like we were in double digits, but for us to commit the penalty, and not just that many penalties, but where we committed the penalties, that was the worst part. Was if we had a big, I forget when exactly this was, but we had like 2 or 3 holding penalties right in a row, and it was right as we just got a big first down, and then that negated the first down, and then we got to go backwards, and then we got to go backwards, and that's what this entire game was for Texas, up until towards the end. Towards the end, Texas kind of woke up, got their shit together for lack of better words, and just started playing football. Arch Manning, 26 completions, 31 attempts. Had himself a heck of a day right here. Arch Manning he's a very special football player. And by far the craziest part about Arch Manning right here. Okay, and we're gonna get to the running backs here in a second. I got something that I know y'all probably aren't gonna agree with me, but you know what? You're just gonna have to hold on for that. Arch Manning could have done a lot better. Could have done better. Now, one that passed to Jonte Cook, really that's on Jonte. Jonte needs to catch that ball. And if he does, the average yards per catch goes up. Touchdowns goes up. Total yards goes up. Arch Manning has one heck of a day in his first SEC start. And really the first SEC game as a Texas Longhorn, for SEC game for Texas Longhorn quarterback in general. He really kind of set the standard right there. Now, the deal is with Arch Manning, there were a couple plays, and I literally mean just a couple plays because as you can see, he didn't have many times that he actually missed a pass. There were a couple times that he went to throw a ball in a more challenging spot and I mean, if there's one example, is Arch Manning is sitting there and he's looking at something off to his right. Like he's really trying to get something to happen to his right. Off to the left side of the field, there's 3 Longhorns. One of those guys is Isaiah Bond. who's getting set up for a little bubble screen on that side, and it's like kind of like an option play. You can go to either side. There's only two defenders. There's two blockers, two defenders, and Isaiah Bond. There's not a third defender for him. If Arch Manning throws it over there, and we block it, that's housed. That's a house ball. And the play, if I remember, it was either incomplete or he ended up running off with it or something like that. But the point is, there were a few plays where Arch can be better. And that's really nice to know. And I'm still going to say that Quinn is our starting quarterback. Quinn is the QB1. Quinn's probably, as of right now, probably the better quarterback. Probably. Was this game on, was Texas being in a close game at all due to Arch Manning being in there and Quinn not? No, not at all. Arch Manning wasn't fumbling the football. Arch Manning wasn't getting holding penalties, right? And even then, like on the defense, right? The defense had their fair share of mistakes. I'll say it looks great. Okay. Got oh Jesus. Oof. I'm trying to do the free ads here. Let me here. Do it like that. Yeah. There we go. Okay. This guy, Johnny Daniels, had one heck of a day running. And that's a problem. I know overall, when you hold a team to 150 rushes on 50 carries, like they ran the ball. But to me, it exposed something. I understand that we only gave up 3 yards per carry, and that right there, that is a good mark to have as a defense, as a rushing defense. But we didn't look that good. Like, I don't care what the stats say. This is where I say, like, people accuse me of being, they accuse me of being a stat guy and only a stat guy. And that is far from the case. We didn't look good today versus the rush. And that's something that we are going to need to get cleaned up as a football team if we want to go and win in the SEC. But at the end of the day, we did hold them in check. There was only one touchdown run. Michael Van Buren. I hate how they do the sacks where if you get a sack, it counts against your rushing yards in college. This is just a little small rant. Please, if anybody has any sort of say, pull, or anything, can you get that changed? Can you change it to affect the passing yards? Because really, and I truthfully mean this, my EA college football 25 quarterback, his rushing stats just look like crap because I've taken a couple bad sacks. So I would like that to be fixed. Not even really anything to do with this game, but nevertheless, a little gripe. I said I was going to get to the running backs, and let's just go ahead and talk about them right here since we just talked about them. I thought I was on the wrong. There we go. Trey Wisner. Okay. Look, and this is what I don't understand about Texas fans. Why does talking good about one person have to mean you have to be putting down another? Just because I think Jaden Blue is running back 1 does not mean I'm saying anything negative about Quintravian Wisner. If anything, that should just mean it's that much of a compliment to Jaden Blue that we just go, oh my goodness, did you just see? Did you just see what Trey Wisner did? But you still have Blue as running back 1. Okay, well maybe you must really like Blue. Maybe you must really see something in Blue. And what I see in Jaden Blue is I see what he does to the pass defense. The opposing defense has to respect him. Has to. He is one of the biggest threats, if not the biggest threat, for catching the football on the field. I know that sounds crazy. Go look at who Steve Sarkisian targets. Go look at the targets that we've had so far this year coming into this game. And Jaden Blue has missed a game, and he's played in not just missed a game, but missed part of another game. So, look, Jaden Blue is going to be a very important football player for the University of Texas. He needs to get the ball security figured out. That is an issue. As a Jaden Blue truther, I'm not gonna sit here and run away from it. I'm not gonna hide from it. I'm not gonna act like it doesn't happen. Jaden Blue's fumbled the football. I really didn't even get a good look at the 2 fumbles today. I'm gonna see him a little bit later when I do the every play video. But To me, Jaden Blue is, in my opinion, still the running back one unless if it continues, if the ball security issues continue, then yeah, maybe we need to have a talk about it. But Texas has really good running backs that we can trust right now, and the way that Steve Sarkisian said it in the post game press conference, yes, Jaden Blue was benched. He wasn't injured. It was benched. But the way that he said it was more to protect Jaden Blue from Jaden Blue than for benching Jaden Blue, if that makes sense, right? It's not as much saying, "Hey kid, you suck, get on the bench," or as much as, "Hey, let's make sure that this doesn't turn into something that it doesn't need to be. Let's go ahead and let's make sure that your mental's right and you don't develop something, right? Uh, you don't start thinking about it too much because that's the last thing that you want is you want a football you want guys playing free and fast, especially Jaden Blue. You want him playing as fast as possible. Now with some good ball security, right? But you still want him playing free and fast because his speed. It's you saw how fast Isaiah Bond was. Jaden Blue is faster, and that's one of the reasons why Jaden Blue is such a threat and why he is probably would be number running back one. It'll be something to watch over the next week. Now, that's not to say Quintravian Weisner cannot catch the football, right? But I'm just saying Jaden Blue is that. I understand Jaden Blue's dropped some passes, but he is typically a reliable catcher. And when he does get the ball in his hands in space, very, very good stuff usually happens. Him and if I could pick one football player to make somebody miss in a phone booth and to get a touchdown, it's Jaden Blue. If you could just do like a one-on-one hockey thing where they're going, I don't even know what the penalty shot, not even penalty shot. I don't know hockey. I'm sorry, but you get what I'm talking about. The end where they start skating up one-on-one with each other. If you could do that, I'd choose Jaden Blue. Almost like an Oklahoma drill with just two players. Now, the Texas receiving. DeAndre Moore, I couldn't be happier for this guy. You want like we've talked about DeAndre Moore in the past, just an absolute selfless dude, and for him to get rewarded the way he did today, I love it. He's also one of the more mature guys that we have on the football team. Ryan Wingo appeared to be injured for a little bit, but got back up. That was great to see. Jonte Cook, I just wish for him that he would, when he gets those opportunities, that he would take advantage of it. And I'm not even saying that as like a fan. Oh, I wish we scored that other touchdown. I'm saying I just wish for his sake because when you're a guy like Jonte Cook, you need to take advantage of every last little opportunity you get, and it just sucked seeing him drop that pass because one I know that Jaden Blue or not Jaden Blue that Jonte Cook is better than that, and two Jonte knows that. Jonte knows he's got to catch that ball. Uh, Gunnar Helm, he looked all right today. He didn't look, wasn't like some superstar guy, but he was solid. That false start was a big one, and we got to cut out these little small procedural penalties are of the worst penalties that you can have because it's just discipline. That's all that is. It's not my hand slipped and I grabbed a face mask or something like there's no excuse to jumping off sides or to having a false start or a snap infraction. There's just no excuses for those. That is just purely poor discipline and poor preparation for the play that you're about to go on. Matthew Golden looked amazing. This is a surefire dude. Isaiah Bond. Isaiah Bond. Hold on. We got something in Isaiah Bond. That dude is special. For all the consistency issues that he had at Alabama, those are gone. Those are gone. This is a dude that he is going to figure to be a mass. He already is. In case you haven't noticed, he already is not just the leading guy in targets, but massive guy for this offense in general, receiving the football. He might break Worthy's record of the 4.21 40-yard dash. And he's pretty good. This dude is pretty good. Happy that we got him on our team. Let's see. So, Defensively, yeah, I kind of talked about that a little bit, but I do want to talk about one guy. Y'all might already know where I'm going with this. Colin Simmons. Colin Simmons. Way to play some freaking football, man. Way to play some football. When we needed a guy to show up and just to tackle, Colin Simmons was out there doing it. 2 sacks. I'll have to check. This is, I think, and you know what? Here, give me 1 second. Okay, so I thought it was a little bit further, but Ethan Burke was the last double-digit sack game that we had versus Kansas State last year. I just had to go look that up real quick. 3 tackles for loss, and that might be. Hold on, give me 1 second to get it. And so you're not really able to see it for the 3, but last time we had 4 tackles for loss was by Joseph Osai. He had 6 versus that's you can't see it, but Oklahoma State. He had 6 versus Oklahoma State that game. So great day for Colin Simmons. This dude is actually really just bursting out of his shell. If we're gonna have a double-digit sack holder for the first time since I believe 2013, I forget the exact year, Cedric Reed was on the team. Yeah, Cedric Reed, that guy. uh, he he's definitely our best case. He's the best guy that we have for our best shot at getting double-digit sacks. What does he have already? Let me just go ahead and I'm all over the place right here. Yeah, he's already got 2 sacks. Added 2 more, so he's at 4 now. 6 to go. We got how what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Should have already known that. Yes, we just played our 5th game. But so the University of Texas wins versus Mississippi State. It was kind of ugly, really. If there was a team that lost, it, Texas. Look, Texas won, right? We won the game, but we lost to ourselves in this game. So, got to get these cleaned up. Texas, we get a bye week coming up next week. Texas needs that. I need that. If y'all have been following me on my stuff, my dad's back in the hospital, so a lot of stuff going on. But good week to get a bye week in here, and got some other stuff going on too. But yeah, we got Oklahoma up next in the Red River, and then we got Georgia, Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and A&M. We got another bye week in there as well. In between, not Florida and A&M, but I believe after Vanderbilt. I believe after Vanderbilt is the bye week. So, yeah, after Vanderbilt is the bye week. So we get 3 games after this bye week, then another needed bye week. I actually think we get our bye weeks in some really nice spots. But yeah, I'm gonna get started on that every play video. Get that out for y'all as fast as possible. Sloppy victory, but you know what? If you're going to win games where you have this many penalties, you lose the time of possession battle the way you did. You know what? I'll take it, and I'm happy about it. I'm happy that we're in a spot where we can actually feel this bad about a 22-point victory, because this is the game that 2 years ago we lose big time. So, all right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. Don't overreact too much, but University of Texas, 1-0 in the SEC. All right, everybody. Hope you all have a great day. Hook 'em!